my heavy gloves on. As you can tell by the holes, I did use the universal oil filter removal tool. Still got the handbrake cables attached, haven't I? Right. Oh, pliers. Welcome back. Been a while. As again, same as last video. I made my excuses. I've just been busy doing these videos and stuff, and it does take time. But mainly going to be doing some bits on the Impreza today. Try and get the rear end down. But first, I am going to be servicing the Clio. So we've got lots to do, so I'm just going to crack on with it. So yes, let's get the car jacked up. First off, as you'll note, bits of wood, because I can never get the jack under it. So anyway, let's drive the car on and get it jacked up. Like I say, servicing it, well, when I say servicing it, it is just an oil change. So I've got my genuine Renault filter along with Elf oil. Try and keep it a little bit original OEM. You know, you got to keep it as Renault intended back in the day. Probably better oils now, but you know, me being fussy, isn't it? So yeah, it's just an oil change, because I reckon the car, it'd be last year, I did it last summer, and I'll have a look in the service book, but the car will have only done 800,000 miles max, if that. Yeah, probably more towards the 800. You'll also note just leaving it running, try and get the car up to, well, not fully up to temp, but get some temperature in the oil. Makes it a little bit thinner, so when servicing it, a lot of the oil drains out. So I'll just wait 10 minutes. Probably not that, actually, 5 minutes. Depends how long I can be bothered, but anyway, let's get on with servicing it. Right, just turn the car off. Be warming off that well. Pop me heavy gloves on. Right, let's get this done. Right, that's that cracked off. Ow! Tight under it. So much easier, these YouTubers have running ramps and stuff, isn't it? Yeah. If only to have a ramp, eh? There we go. To be honest, it's looking, I'm not sure what you can see, but the oil is looking rather good. But then again, as I say, it hasn't done much since the previous service. So let that drain for a bit. So as I say, start with gloves on, and then I end up not bothering after a bit, and I just think, why do I do that? Why? Oh, flipping out, that was close. Nearly in the oil then. Annoying. Yeah, that was torque to spec. Alright. Alright, I'm with the oil filter now. Get that off. Just before the oil filter, just give it a quick brake cleaner. Make sure everything's all nice and clean. Apart from the fact you can never see any oil leaks. That said, touch wood, this car doesn't have any, which is unusual for a old leaky Renault. So right, on with the oil filter. And there we have one removed oil filter. Pain in the arse on this car, and obviously, as you can tell by the holes, I did use the universal oil filter removal tool along with hammer assistance. And there we go. As you can see, I used a Bosch filter last time, and now I'm remembering last time I serviced it, I couldn't get hold of a genuine filter, and I thought, well, Bosch is probably the next best thing, you know, good quality. Alright, don't know if you can see it up there, but it is in, fitted. There it is, genuine Renault filter fitted. What a pain. Don't know who thought that was a great idea to put the oil filter there. It's just mental. It's just absolutely mental. So right, again, I do keep saying it, I will clean the engine bay. So I am sorry I haven't. I've already undone this. Why is this not undone? Right. Oh, there we go. See, it's already been undone once. So yes, now on to filling up the car. Well, annoyingly, these Williams lumps actually take 6 litres from empty. So yeah, you have to buy, obviously these come in 5 litre cans, you have to buy a couple of these, or if you can get 1 litres you can obviously pick one of them up, but not all the oils come in on 1 litre sizes as well as 5. So that's why I bought 2. Now I'll put a whole one of these in, full 5, check the dipstick and see where we're at, because obviously there's always residue of old oil in there, but unless you're going to strip the sump off and actually take every last drop out, there's not really much you can do. Well, I'm just checking the dipstick, and I'll be fully honest, it's so clean I can't really tell where the oil is. I've just turned the ignition on because on the Clio Williams there is, I'll show you, to be honest, I'll show you what I'm on about. So if you turn the ignition on, don't know how accurate it is, but that tells you, the minute you turn the ignition on, how your oil level is, and mine says max, and on the dipstick it does feel like it is at max. So I'm going to run it at that for a bit. So yes, so that's the service on the Clio. Yeah, all I'm doing is oil and filter. The air filter and everything is fine. I've checked all that. Not doing the spark plugs. Next year it is due, it's belts, so next year it will have belts, water pump, obviously oil and filter again, but it'll have spark plugs, it'll have the lot next year. So right, let's get packed away. That's Clio done. So now on to the Impreza. Not seen it for a while, I know, but I need to just get on with something. I need to get the rear end completely stripped, so I can send things off for powder coating. I have started stripping off things like, there's the exhaust heat shield, the anti-roll bar, the other bits are from the front. I've also, well, I'll show you, I've also stripped the exhaust off, it's hanging down there, and just a few other bits and bobs, brackets. So now off with the wheels, and then start getting all the subframe off and try and get it off in one go. So that's the plan. Anyway, enough waffling, I'm just going to get on with it and see how far we get. Right, now to get the ABS sensors out, you have to, excuse the darkness in here, take the rear bench out because they are underneath there. So if I can prop my phone up, I have already undone the rear bench. So that goes down there and moves out the way. Oh, pliers. Get out of the way. They're not mine, they've been in the car ever since I've had it. Never taken the rear bench out, so excellent. You can see I've had little mices in here. Luckily they've not damaged anything, so no idea what that. Anyway, so here's the ABS sensor. So push that, unplug that. That should now push down through the car with a bit of persuasion. Yep. There you go. So I'll go and do the other side, and then, ugh, God, it's so tight working here. Means I can then drop the subframe down. So let me go and unplug the other one. Right. So with the subframe, with the ABS sensors out and open, this will come down with a little bit of help from still got the handbrake cables attached, haven't I? Right. Okay, so once the handbrake cables are undone, then the whole thing can come down. It's always something you keep forgetting. As you can see, I am being a bit brutal here. If I can get in, bloody hell, and get my head in the way. Choppy, because I'm going to be fitting brand new ones anyway. So why not just chop them? Okay, just give them a chop. A little chop. Come on. There we go. Blimey heck. Right. Not being funny, but this should all pull back now. Here we go. See what happens. I'll tell you what happens. Right. There we go. And now I can't get the jack under, which is mint. So let's try that. Oh dear me. All this just to tart it up. Well, that wasn't exactly fun, but excuse all the greenery. Yes, I know where I work is just, it's not the best, is it? But hey, the Clio's in the garage, so this is the next best thing at the moment. Right, so as you can see, subframe is out, and there you go. Brake cables cut, handbrake cable should I say. So there we go. Actually, doesn't look in that bad a condition. So plan of attack is, now this is out, I'll strip all this down, going to get all of these powder coated, new bushes and everything. These come off I think somehow. Oh, I've had enough today. Ending the video there, I've had enough now. So I've got all brand new ABS sensors already, all these. So I will be getting new drive shafts. I'm going to get everything powder coated. I'm going to clean the diff up, get the diff out, strip it all down, clean the diff up, not strip the diff down because it doesn't need it, it's not whining or anything. Repaint it black, which I think it should be. I might even re-stencil that Y16R. Then as I say, get everything all rebuilt. I'm not sure if I'm going to rebuild it off the car or rebuild it on the car, as in once I've painted underneath and stone chipped, colour coded it, put the subframe on and put the diff in and build it up like that. I'm not sure. First off though, I have got to get the tank off, but first port of call will be, it's not looking bad under there actually, but yeah, I want to get the tank off because I want to put a automated fuel pump in and paint the tank. So yeah, get all this powder coated, yeah, and whether to build it on the car or off the car, I don't know. If anyone's got any suggestions, please do let me know. We're getting all this powder coated. I'll have new hardware throughout because you can still get everything from Subaru. All these genuine bolts you can all get, so I'll have brand new genuine bolts just like I did on the front end. New ABS sensors, new brake cables, brand new discs, pads. I'll even have brand new brakes. I've already got like I'll show you some of it. Excuse the mess in here, but you know, there you go. So I've already got brand new ABS, brand new brake lines, all the bushes are in here. This is all stuff for the rear end, this is. So the brake, ABS sensor, bolts, wheel nuts. So yeah, I've already started collecting stuff for the rear. So it's my tool shed for now. Ignore that. I'm not normally this messy, I'm just tired. So it will have to stay like that for now. So yes, as I say, I'm calling that a day. So next video will be again on the Scoob. The next video on the Scoob will be basically me stripping this down, getting things ready. So anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching if you got this far. So it was a bit of a bitty video with the Clio and the Scoob in it, but a bit of content. So anyway, I'll catch you later. Cheers.